Well, hopefully everyone can hear us. So good morning and welcome, Khalid, to the Minds and Money conference. I think obviously the focus today is around sort of what you're doing in the sector, and I think for those who haven't been to Saudi before, I think to understand a little bit more about how it is as a mining investment destination, what recent initiatives you've been putting in place to encourage foreign direct investment. So maybe give us a little bit of background on that to start with.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, everybody, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Richard, and thank you for the organizers for bringing us here back in person. Saudi Arabia, before talking about the mining, let's talk about Saudi Arabia Vision 2030, which is, Richard, is making a tremendous transformation in Saudi Arabia in terms of social, cultural, economic, and legal environment. And we are on course of achieving the targets of and the objective of the Vision 2030 of making Saudi Arabia a vibrant society, a thriving economy, and an ambitious nation. At the beginning of the Vision 2030 in 2016, the Kingdom has identified more than 500 pro-business improvements that required for investment attraction. Now we have achieved more than 80%. 80% have been implemented and achieved, and that's has been the record, the investment record. The FDI up to now is a good proof of the improvement. The last 5 years, the year 2020, even with the COVID, the FDI has grown 5 times more than 2016. 2021 has by only 9 months, we have recorded an all-time record high in terms of license issuance. So, as for mining, while we have the mineral potential, we have estimated, there's an estimation that the Saudi Mineral Institute value is more than $1.3 trillion. Saudi Arabia still is underexplored. If you are compared to the world average, the spending in exploration is only 20% of what is it around the world. If we compare to a mineral high potential mining jurisdiction or the Canadian and Australian shield, there's similarities to the Arabian shield, we are not even 10% of the spending. So we are largely underexplored, even though in the last 10 years there have been a good initiative. There have been an investment, a joint investment of a private and public investment of more than $50 billion. This have brought us to be on the global map in the phosphate, one of the largest phosphate fertilizer producer around the world, and brought us in the aluminium from a bauxite mining to an auto sheet mill that brought us to be a global player in there. But this is, since the Vision 2030 enacted in 2016, it has targeted mining to be a third pillar of the Saudi mining, to be the third pillar of Saudi industry, to in parallel to oil and gas and petrochemical pillars. And we, since then, have launched the mining strategy with more than 37 initiatives, focusing in the 3 areas of weaknesses we have identified, which is mainly regulatory framework improvements and ease of doing business, sustainability and protection of the environment and community, and third, provision of geological acquisition and provision of new geological databases. And we have worked on most of those. We are well in advance of completion of most of the initiatives. On the mining regulatory framework, we have benchmarked the world, the best of the best. We have engaged stakeholders and engaged investors from all over around the world, and also engaged experts and from the World Bank, from ICMM, from IGF, and from investors and chambers of mining chambers around the world. And we came to have what I think is one of the best and most competitive, most predictable, non-discriminating, transparent regulation around the world. So we have it there. Plus we worked on our geological database. We have now put more than 80 years of reports and research and survey into a digital database we call the National NGD, or the National Geoscience Database. We have launched this year an ambitious, one of the world's most ambitious regional geological survey that cover the whole Arabian Shield, which will include geophysical and geochemical and also mapping of the whole Arabian Shield. We also have done to accelerate exploration. We are working on initiatives to do more work on some targets and put them in auction hopefully very soon. And on the sustainability, we work on the best sustainability standards of the world. We embraced the new learning of the ESGs around the world, and we have instituted them in the regulation. So we have worked on all those and ready for investments.
And in terms of how you can specifically help foreign miners as they look to come into the country, you've talked about the regulation. Are there any other incentives or any other ways you can assist miners coming into the country?
Well, first, Saudi Arabia, before we get into mining, Saudi Arabia has one of the best infrastructure around the world. We have the world's best roads, connectivity, power network, modern industrial railroad, and we have ports and a number of ports on the Red Sea or the Arabian Gulf. Moreover, we are very strategically located, with a great access to 3 continents, Africa, Europe, and Asia. We have a very high domestic demand, Richard. We are the 4th largest net importer of minerals, and it will only grow more as with the Vision 2030 transformation. All of this is an attractive for all type of investor to come to Saudi Arabia. But on the mining, we have, as we said, provided digitized all our 80 years of national data and geological data into an NGD. We are launching to de-risk investment in mining the regional survey we said. And moreover, the regulatory framework is competitive, predictable, and transparent. And it provides accountability for the government and for the investor with time limits for replies. And it provides for security of tenure, which is really very important, as you would know.
Sure.
Because mining necessarily involves a long lead times between exploration and production, which makes security of tenure and regulatory predictability fundamentally, absolutely fundamentals. It's also progressive, as we embraced the ESG. So we have a recent law. It has been effective only at the beginning of January of this year. Since then, we have been receiving, we have issued more than 130 exploration licenses only for the 9 months. We have issued 8 exploitation licenses, a record for Saudi Arabia, and we expect more as we go around the world marketing for our mining. And more than this, we are also instituted incentives, financial incentives. The mining law have instituted one. We provide 75% funding, local funding, industrial Saudi Industrial Fund provide 75% funding for late exploration and production and manufacturing. We have instituted 5 years holidays of royalties, even though royalties is very small, from 1 to 5% of net profits, but also we provided for the first 5 years of holiday. Taxes, you would know, Saudi Arabia has only a 20% for income tax, and no individual salary or other taxes. Moreover, we have provided, instead of 90% discounts on royalty for sale for downstream in the kingdom, or developments of downstream, an option. All these are there to be for as the target of Saudi Arabia for the mining is more of job creation and remote area developments. These are the two priority for mining.
And it feels like mining is a key, as you say, the third pillar of the Saudi sort of strategy for Vision 2030. So it's a key part of the future for Saudi. So what sort of impact do you think mining can have in the longer term for the country and the region?
Yes, we target by 2030, we're looking forward to achieve 3 times as much as the current contribution of mining, which is around $17 billion now. We're looking into to grow it to 165. We want to grow the employment in the mining from 250 to 400,000 jobs. And more than that, as we said, in the remote areas, mining provides a good opportunity for remote areas that has not been well developed in the kingdom, because they are away from the oil sectors and oil and gas sector and petrochemical sector. So it provides for remote area developments, provision of infrastructure, provision of small businesses, and also jobs creation in there. And we wanted to reduce mineral importation by around 65%. We will still import a number of minerals, but we wanted to reduce it by 65%.
That's great. And in terms of, I talked briefly about the region. There's obviously a regional initiative here. So how do you see yourself working with other countries? And it's not just about the Middle East as well. I mean, as we look towards the Future Minerals Summit, there's obviously a dynamic here of taking leadership maybe across a broader region as well.
Yes, I'm a geologist. All geologists here will know that geology knows no political and license boundaries. Geology, therefore, we all recognize that for us to do developments of our mining sector, we have to cooperate with the regions around us. We've been working with the Nubian Arabian Shield Geology Cooperation Center for a good time now. And also, Richard, the area from East Africa to Kyrgyzstan, is an area of more than 8,000 kilometers, 9,000 kilometers, and it's underexplored and has no meaningful, no large size mineral development that is in this area. While it has the potential, the Arabian-Nubian Shield has a great potential. A good proof is what has happening in Saudi Arabia and Egypt, the Sukkari mine. We have in this area the Titian copper belt that passes through Central Asia and has been a proven potential, even though there has not much of developments in there. So we are all in the region learning from each other and have been underexplored. So for that reason, and for the countries, all these countries in the region from East Africa, Middle East, and Central West Asia are looking forward for mining to improve their economies, to create jobs, and to develop their remote areas. So we have the same basis. Therefore, we took an initiative to have the Future Minerals Summit, a platform for all these regions and the global mining industry and the investor to come in one platform and look into how to build and finance a new, modern, sustainable mining industry of the future.
That's great. And maybe give us a little bit more background on the Minerals Summit, which your Future Minerals Summit that you're having early in the new year. It's very exciting, sort of, I think, a group of people coming. And I suppose, how can those in the audience participate? What are the opportunities? Why should people be interested in participating, attending?
Yeah, it is really excited, and we are excited because it covers a very large area, as we said, and more important, it focuses on the future of the minerals. We have learned over the 2 days, today and yesterday, that in this Mines and Money, how the world would demand more and more minerals from the mining industry. Therefore, it is very important that we together work. So there is a potential for this region to provide, to help the world supply the requirements of the minerals in the future. The Future Minerals Summit, we have designed it with our partners to focus on 4 pillars. One, define this region and defines the potential of this region. Second, to identify the opportunities this region of East Africa, Central Asia, and Central and West Asia and the Middle East, what this region can provide for the world in terms of opportunities in the mining sector. And more important, how the future of the mining will be. So we are trying to reimagine and rebuild and build the mining of this region, being a new region, with the highest technology and more sustainable. And we need technology more and more in the mining. One, to improve the safety of the people working and the community around it, and reduce cost as a productivity in the mining sector decreases with time, and improve risk of finding and exploration and processing of minerals. And we need sustainability, of course, for the future generation to enjoy the benefits of mining as we reimagine it. The 4th pillar is that mining have to contribute to the communities around it. So how we in the mining community coming together in this platform will define how the communities of the region will benefit, of our region and around the world, will benefit from mining through a better workforce, skilled workforce, and jobs, and also small businesses around the mining.
No, thank you. I mean, I think it's clear that the Middle East is perfectly situated to generate renewable power and effectively generate, I suppose, not just upstream mining, which is sustainable, but also the downstream metals processing, which is where most of the emissions in our sector reside. So I think the role that Saudi has to play is a very significant one, and it's great to hear, what you're seeking to achieve. Maybe just, I'm not sure if there's any final comments you'd like to make to the audience before we finish the session.
Taking the note on the Saudi Arabia contribution to renewables. Saudi Arabia targets 50% of its energy in 2030 from renewables. We plan to build building the largest hydrogen plant, and you know how important hydrogen to processing of metals and minerals.
That's right.
And green steel, green carbon, green copper, and the others. And we plan to build 3 million tons of green hydrogen in the future. This is complemented with the minerals potential of Saudi Arabia will make Saudi Arabia provide not only renewable energy, but also green products of the future. But the last message I would like, if you allow me, Richard, to everybody that is here, after, of course, thanking them for being here this morning, is one, Saudi Arabia is ready for investment. And Saudi Arabia have transformed itself in the last 5 years in a major transformation, including the mining, but all the sectors. So it's welcoming all of the investors, all type of investment, and mining is, of course, in the top of them. Second is that I will do 3, not only 2.
That's right.
Third, that we in the mining industry should collectively help improve our industry to provide for a sustainable future and the supply of a future intense, mineral intense future. The third message, I invite everybody here, one, to visit our booth and get more information on the Future Mineral Summit, and also most of the geologists and miners are also explorers. They love nature, and we invite them to come to Saudi Arabia not only for the Future Mineral Summit, which is, mark your calendar, it's 11 to 13th of January. A great weather, sometimes some cold. You need to bring your coat with you. With jacket, no coat needed. But also visit the new sustainable natural destination of Saudi tourism that's new and coming. You are all welcome. You can get a visa in less than an hour, maybe 48 minutes, they say. So try it. If it's more than 48 minutes, you have to record it. Huh? And therefore, we invite all of you guys, all of you ladies and gentlemen, to, one, visit Saudi Arabia. Second, come to the Future Minerals time. It's in the right time, the right weather, and you will see the right partnership there. I'm sure with 8, we have invited 37 countries. We have 8 ministers, 12 ministers already confirmed. We have more than 150 international speakers with 60 confirmed by now, CEOs that you know all. And you will, of course, fund managers and bankers.
Some bankers maybe as well.
Yes,
yeah.
We need you, Richard.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there. Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us all today.
Thank you. Thank you very much all. Thank you.
Okay.